Hey guys, so I just wanted to make a really quick video just talking about how I get my car ready for the winter, and this will be just a very basic way that you guys could probably just use it as sort of a guide. And this is just how I personally do it to get my car ready for the winter and the snow. So the first thing that I check is the battery, and I make sure that it has good, that it's still good, and that it'll still be able to crank and turn the engine when it's cold, even in the cold temperature. Keep in mind that when the batteries are old or they're not as strong, they won't have enough power to turn on the car, especially when it's cold out, because they do lose a lot of their I believe it's a lot of their crank capabilities or a lot of their energy. So one thing you can do is just go to AutoZone, get it checked out for free, or maybe some mechanics might be able to check it out for free, and just ensure that you have a good battery that will help you turn on the car, and make sure you turn on the car every single time. Next thing that I do, you guys don't have to do this, but I actually add extra grounds to the car, and I do this with every car. I've noticed a lot of factory cables that it comes with, well, for most cars, they're not the best quality, so I usually tend to use 0 gauge wire. In this case, this is 4 gauge, which is still better than what it comes with. And I usually just add extra grounds. One goes to the engine, one goes to the chassis, and the other one will go to the transmission. So that's another thing that I do. You do not have to do this, but I noticed that the car does start a lot better and it runs a lot smoother with it. Oh, and just in case you're wondering, these are soldered and they are crimped, but I just use electrical tape, and it has zip ties to hold the tape in place so it doesn't come undone. Another thing that you can do is just check your fluids. Make sure that you change your windshield wiper fluid from summer to winter, and just make sure your coolant is topped off. This one, I don't know if you can see it, but it's right here. So also basically just do like a tune-up, so do the oil change, do the filter, any liquids that you have to do, just to make sure that everything's mostly up to date. Another thing that you want to focus on is your tires. So these right here are snow tires. They are, I believe they're called Summit Tomo. These are just for the winter, so you definitely want to get some new tires. If not, you could go to something like Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp, or just any place that someone might want to sell maybe used tires, but they're still in good condition if you can't afford brand new ones. Now I'm just going to show you guys things I carry in the car too, just to ensure that, you know, if something does happen, I'm a little prepared. Okay guys, so just don't mind the mess. I just put everything spread out just so you could see. But one thing that I have is jumper cables, an emergency very cheap affordable blanket with an emergency blanket, and some hand warmers. I do have some tire chains in case if it is a pretty bad storm. Keep in mind, in some states you can use tire chains and others you can't, as well as studded snow tires, and some you can't use studs. So you want to do some research and make sure it is legal in your state. Another thing to carry with you is just some lock de-icer in case of your door or any door freezes from the inside and it doesn't allow your key to turn, and then you can't open your door. I have some extra formula for the windshield wiper fluid, the winter formula. This is just a tire inflator in case I do get a pop tire, extra coolant, and just something to scrub the ice from your windows or the snow. And I also have a shovel that I carry with me, and lastly, an extra tire in case if I do have to change it. I also do have the tools, and I have a jack in the trunk. So that's just something that you guys could maybe use as sort of a guide, in the hopes that if anything happens, you are prepared. Keep in mind, it's just a basic guide, but you could always look and do more research online and just make it your own. I hope this helped. Take care, guys.